Welcome everyone to this July 5th edition of What's Happening in Crypto with the Crypto Lark, broadcasting to you from New Zealand and bringing you all of the latest from the crypto world and beyond. On today's show, Binance responds to the Syscoin situation, so many project updates, the latest from Uzbekistan, because I know you've all been waiting to know what's going on in Uzbekistan. But first, an exclusive chat with Jag from Syscoin about the security situation over at Sys. Very honored to have with us today Jag from Syscoin to comment on what has been happening to the Syscoin blockchain. Jag, welcome.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Certainly tough times over at Syscoin, and I wanted to get it from you to get to the community. What's going on? So can you explain the situation as it happened?
Right. So there's been no attack or anything like that on the blockchain. I think a lot of FUD has been around the fact that, Syscoin blockchain has blown up or something like that. There was an active attack, miners, doing something weird, and attackers on Binance are coordinating. There's nothing like that. It was there was a planned release 10 days ago that was a mandatory upgrade for masternodes and clients, as well as our interface update. That essentially meant that we have something called a super block, which is a masternode payment proposal block that pays out to the governance system. And so in that situation, we noticed there was a bug where if the transaction fees were being calculated, they weren't being calculated correctly, and thus the super block would say Coinbase subsidy was too high. So we'd subsequently fixed that, released that 10 days ago on a planned upgrade process. It just happened to be that super block, it's a bunch of coincidences, but it happened to be that super block fell on that same day where you saw that big rush in Binance.
And so it's a bit of a perfect storm situation, but how do you prevent this from happening again in the future? What steps is Syscoin taking to make sure that this doesn't happen again? Right.
So we do have a formal development process now that we follow, because there's Blockchain Foundry is a company over top, and we actually have over 20 engineers now on our staff, a core development team of 4 or 5, and we're still looking to grow. We do have a formal process in place such that we let exchanges and miners know ahead of time. We do push to branches, and then we do PRs back to the branches, and then the PR back from the branch to the main net, and we do formal reviews on that. And so if there's any possible issues in the code, we would try to basically we have 3 or 4 checks before it finally goes, and then we use a Gitian process to actually publish the binaries and sign binaries. So we noticed that a lot of issues coming up with people uploading unsigned binaries and not being detected. So we're following steps to make sure that just like how Bitcoin controls their process, we're following the same flow. The only thing that I think we can work on better is to notify these people ahead of time and let people know that it is mandatory. Mm-hmm. And I think we kind of put that out there and thought that it was a remote chance that super block had a transaction that would cause that fee issue, and we felt that it could have gone another month where the next super block would have hit, but it was just such a big coincidence that thing was happening on Binance, and the miners started to drop just because that super block hit at the same mm-hmm. time. And I was watching that, and so we decided, I basically rung the bell and said we need to figure what's going on, because it might be something else. But then we clicked in and said, there was a super block at the same time. We looked at the logs, and then we got the people to upgrade. And as soon as we got them to upgrade, we kind of, sigh of relief that it was, the blockchain's fine. Bitcoin core developers sigh of relief, and everyone in the Syscoin community can breathe a sigh of relief because it was nothing to do with the blockchain itself.
Awesome. Jag, thank you so much for taking some time to come on the show and give the community a bit of commentary on what happened at Syscoin and the kind of the inside story. So thank you so much. Following up on the Syscoin attack over on Binance, Binance is actually following up on Changpeng Zhao's original weird meme of SAFU, and they're actually creating a safe fund for users that are victims of hacks on Binance. 10% of all trading fees will be put into this fund to refund users for any future transgressions. Awesome, Binance. Of course, don't keep your funds on exchanges. If you want to get a Ledger Blue, the final batch of 10,000 Ledger Blues is shipping out. So if you want to grab one of those, link is down below. Of course, the guys over at Ethos, it's finally here. We've been waiting forever, and the Ethos wallet is finally rolling out. It is available for people in the Netherlands, in the USA, currently for download. So get out there, check it out, get it downloaded. It is a very hot looking wallet, and of course, we've all been waiting a long time for it. So take care of your assets, guys. Decentralized exchanges are also a good alternative to centralized exchanges, and while Binance is making their own decentralized exchange, the guys over at Aphelion have a test net sneak peek of their DEX, so you can come over here and check that out if you want. Wabi teaming up with a New Zealand company to work on authenticity and traceability of a wide range of products, of course, basically doing exactly what Wabi wants to be doing. Monaco Visa card testing is underway. The first batch of operational cards has been shipped out to the testers anyway, and so they are working on testing that globally at the moment to make sure that there are no issues with it. Watch out for the cards to be rolling out to certain jurisdictions in the near future. NEO is entering its new era of decentralization. It's about time, NEO, but we're welcome that it has happened. Better late than never. This will be putting up consensus nodes for community voting. The first one to be put up as a candidate is, of course, the city of Zion, unsurprisingly, considering that they are the biggest group of independent developers for the NEO ecosystem. And final big story of the day, presidential decree sets the stage for legalizing cryptocurrencies in Uzbekistan. While you may think, hey, wait a second, Lark, isn't Uzbekistan just some little country in Central Asia? Well, yeah, that's true. It is just a little country in Central Asia. But every country is important. Everyone's got to be on board with this. And I'm always encouraged when I see countries doing positive steps towards cryptocurrency regulation. Obviously, I'd prefer the governments to have anything to do with it. But if you have a situation where governments are coming in and saying, we're going to crack down on cryptocurrencies, we're going to make it so it's really hard to get cryptocurrencies, we're going to go out and arrest people mining cryptocurrencies. Well, that's the exact opposite of the situation that you want. In Uzbekistan, they're looking at exchange licenses, mining regulations, probably taxing mining, all that stuff to say, welcome cryptocurrencies to Uzbekistan. And a final note today, don't forget about the giveaways. It is your last day to get in for the giveaways. The winners will be announced tomorrow for the Adbank giveaway and for the ECOMI wallets. Details for both of those giveaways are in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching the video. Let me know what you think about any of today's news stories in the comment section down below. Thumbs up the video, share these videos around the internet to help our community grow. Join the conversation over on Twitter. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.